to the Debrief. Hello, Katie.
Hello, Kitty.
It's Monday bloody morning. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good this Monday morning.
Yeah, I am.
I'm feeling ready.
Yeah.
There's a week ahead. Who knows what's going to happen?
I know, it's really exciting.
Is it so exciting?
And poor Peach had such an emotional last week.
Oh my God, guys, I was a puddle on the fucking floor. I was a puddle on the floor.
Poor Peach.
Honestly.
So, this morning, I came out my room. I was like, morning. And she was like, morning. I was like, the vibes are received back.
I was wiggling away.
You are ready for the
I
world.
am so ready.
And girlies, I am, just to let you know, I'm ovulating. Just in case anyone wanted to know.
So am I, girl.
Yeah,
Woof.
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 Actually, when did you start?
Thursday?
Damn it! The alphas in the room.
Ow!
I love it. I'm ovulating because clearly I can't do anything that Katie does not do.
I love it.
And I thought the listeners should know. Just, to keep them in the loop. I
And
can't keep them out.
Yeah, you can understand the tears and tantrums last week now.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all making sense.
You can absolutely understand it. But we're here Monday morning, both ovulating women, and smiles on our faces.
And not fucking crying about it. Isn't that delightful?
Not crying about it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to our mantras.
Let's
What's your
do
mantra
it.
for this
My
week?
mantra this week is...
Tell me, girl.
Mine is, I am allowed support.
Oh, love it.
Which is
I am
great.
allowed support.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
I think I've been keeping a lot to myself this week, so I don't want to trouble other people. So I feel like there are people there to carry the load if you want to.
Yeah, it's so true. But you sometimes feel like you don't want to burden other people.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so I'll just keep it to myself. And then I'm sure tomorrow I'll feel better. Tomorrow you wake up and you don't.
Yeah.
So sometimes, as my mother says, a problem shared is a problem halved.
Oh, she's a
wise woman.
She's a
Yes.
wise woman. What's your mantra?
My mantra is I inhale confidence and I exhale fear. And I needed that, So I did hot pod yoga with Arch, and it's all about like, the inhale of like success,
Yes,
and letting go of any fears that hold you back. And I was
love
like,
it.
and I just kind of loved that. So I was like, this week I'm inhaling confidence, anything that's coming my way, and I'm allowing into my body.
Like course through your bloodstream.
It's confidence. Yeah.
Yes.
But anything I'm letting go, I'm like, no, I've had enough of you now.
No, you're all right.
Don't get in my vicinity because you're not on the vibe.
You're not on the vibe.
You're not on the vibe.
No.
So yeah, that's I'm just little inhale, little exhale, and I'm feeling. And I always feel like a deep breathe.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is like debrief. Deep breathe.
Yeah.
Helps me so much. So I feel like if I'm doing like a.
Yeah, and when you hold your breath as well for like.
Oh my God, it makes you feel so much better.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I love it. It like stables you.
Yes.
What's your song?
My song is When I dance to know I'm a dancing machine. It is, if you didn't get it from that.
Yeah, I did.
Revelry by Kings of Leon.
Oh.
Now, I used to be a little hoe bag for Kings of Leon back in the day.
Okay.
Like, love Kings of Leon. Would die to see them live.
Really?
They were my secondary school soundtrack. Like, our whole like year group all loved Kings of Leon.
Wow.
It was like the vibe. They were our like band.
Wow.
And recently, like,
all right, Cam Brock.
yeah, I'm literally like,
they're all bad.
they were our
We
band.
rock.
And I was like, oh. Then, What Do I See Comes on Shuffle, Revelry by Kings of Leon, and I was like, fucking hell, it's year 9 summer.
Boom.
I was like,
Put
I'm
the
a
beats
dancing
on.
machine. And I've been listening to them non-stop.
What else do they sing?
Sex on Fire, You Know That I Could Use
Somebody.
And then...
Oh shit, they're actually quite good.
They've got banger after fucking banger.
Love it.
Love it. What is your song?
I've got Houdini by Dua Lipa. Every time it's coming on now, I'm in the gym and it's like, how does it what is
I
it?
come and I go.
Houdini. Yeah. And I'm just like squat. And squat.
Yeah.
And squat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like in the zone.
In the zone. I love it.
In the zone. Okay. So
I love
our recommendation. Thank you very much. Last night, Katie and I went to the cinema. And we saw All of Us Strangers with Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal. Now, when I tell you, Katie broke down. Like, don't get me wrong. Get me wrong. I cried, but Katie will cry at, Bake Off.
I'll cry at anything.
But I cried. I did cry. And I was like, a few tears. I look at Katie. The lights come on in the cinema. I turn to my left. Katie's like, oh, she's swollen from the amount of crying. Her face is red, and she's still got her crying face on. You know the Kim Kardashian face, and she's like that. Katie's like, that was so sad. And your whole face is wet. I was like, what the fuck?
I genuinely,
broken woman.
I thought... I was told it's a bit of a sad film.
Yeah.
So I was a bit nervous going in. About 20 minutes into the film, I'm like, oh, I'm not crying yet. How sad could this possibly be?
Yeah.
I then proceeded to cry for about an hour and a half of the 2-hour film. Like,
incredible acting.
Really.
Incredible acting. But girlies, if you want a good cry, which we both needed,
bring your tissues.
It was a great film for
Don't go on a date.
Don't go on a date.
Don't go on a date.
Don't go if you've had a shit day and then you want to feel better. Or actually, you could cry it all out. But don't go if you want like an uplifting film.
It was not uplifting in the slightest.
So we're going to go into debriefing. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's bloody debrief. Thank you, darling. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about friendship icks.
Friendship icks.
And obviously icks, they're like an irrational expression of annoyance.
Yes.
Towards someone. And in this case, we're talking about friendships, okay?
Yes.
We've had quite a few people write in about friendship icks this week, say, can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Someone messaged us saying, oh, do you think this could be good? We really want to talk. I was like, okay, we can make this a thinker. Okay, first thing, friendship icks, I think they're fucking terrifying.
Terrifying.
I think they're terrifying. If to be on the receiving end of a friendship ick. Like, I'm all about like, oh, you've given me the ick. But if I gave my friend the ick. I feel how? I'm like how?
I'm unickable.
Yeah, you can't. What I don't get though is I would prefer for like if I was dating someone to get the ick. So I was like, oh, maybe I was just not their type. If my friend got the ick from me, I'm like, it puts me on edge.
No, because it can happen at any time.
I know.
That's what's scary, and that's the scary thing about icks in general. You just don't know when it's going to strike, but boy, when it does.
It's...
Boy, oh boy.
It can be like a teeny thing you notice.
Yeah.
It could be like something they do physically or something they say or even like their laugh, and you're just like, no, I'm done. Like, I'm actually done.
Yeah.
And then you're like...
Then what do you do?
Then what do you do?
Then what do you act... Truly, then what do you do?
Okay, so have you ever had a friendship ick?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
I think, and it's a weird one, I have had a friend where we got on so well. Like a house on fire. Besties, if you will.
Okay.
We, in one environment.
Okay.
We then go out for dinner for the first time.
Oh, no.
And they were so rude to the waiter. And I was like, oh.
Rude in what way?
Just like no pleases, no thank yous.
Snapping? Did they click? Like
didn't snap or click, but it was like so like, okay, well, I'm gonna get this and this. And can we get some tap water? And then they literally left, were gone. They were serving another table, and they were like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. They haven't even brought the tap water. They're like, we're still waiting for our tap water. And I'm like,
oh no, that'd ick me out.
And I was like,
I would full on trade to you. Like, you know, in trade to how they put a red cross through you. I'd just be like, you're done.
You're done.
I was like, you're done from the kitty vicinity.
It really, like, it just...
Oh, that is not good. Do you think she noticed?
I don't know.
Were you just like...
Because I've spent time with them since, and then you pick up on the behaviour and you think, actually, you're quite rude to people.
People in general. Yeah.
Which is why.
It's almost like when you notice it at the start, you're like, okay, clocked it. But then you're like, I'll give them another chance. Then you give them another chance and you see it in different, like, scenarios.
Yes.
And that is scary.
That's scary.
Because you think, Did I not notice this before?
Yes.
Was I blind?
Blind to it.
Blind to it.
Have you had the ick?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, my first ick that I got, it was actually quite early on in life, so it must have been like 10 or something, okay? And I was friends with this. I was in tune. I was before my time, guys. Before my time. I've been here before, okay?
Old soul.
So my mum actually says I've been here before, not to boast or anything, but I think it happened. Okay, so I had this friend at Stagecoach, okay?
Yeah.
And like, we were thick as thieves.
Yeah.
Okay? And anyway, one day, I got the ick. And I was like, it was the most irrational ick, but I was like, oh, girl, your breath is stinky. I was like,
that's not irrational.
Katie, it was so bad. And she'd like come to give me a hug, and I'd be like, and she'd give me a hug, and she'd be like, I missed you. I was like, don't. And honestly, I tell you,
no.
From then on, I was not friends with her.
Like, no, you can't. No.
And I look back and I'm like, God, that was irrational. But I couldn't even.
No,
I
don't think that's irrational at all.
And I think what icked me out so much about the fact she had bloody halitosis is like, one, how do you know? Two, how are you getting it? So I'm like, one, why are you speaking so up close to my face with your stanky breath?
With your stinky winky
with your
breath.
absolute stinky winks. And it's like, in my face. And I'm like, oh, get away. And then she'd come into the room and I'd immediately be like, do not talk to me, girl. Like, don't get your stanky breath in my face. And then it was like, how are you getting it? And I was like, brush your teeth. And then I'd noticed what she's eating. Like, she used to have always beef crisps. So I was like, maybe it's the beef crisps that are making your breath stinky.
No, I'll tell you what it is.
What?
It's your tongue.
Ugh.
You need to brush your tongue.
Is that what gives you a smelly breath?
Yes. Well, there are many things. So my biggest fear, and we've discussed this before, is having bad breath.
Yeah.
I get so fucking stressed. Because you can't really smell your breath.
Not really.
So genuinely, I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, because I completely get that ick.
Yeah.
If someone's got bad breath, I'm like, no matter how lovely you are, I'm like, oh my God, I really don't want to speak to you. It's so
and even if they're like here, like our distance right now, I'm just like imagining the particles. Like, this is how fucking creative it gets. I'm like, the particles are coming into my mouth. People will think I'm a stinky person. People will associate your halitosis with mine when I've got no bloody halitosis in the air.
It's just so like, it's like, oh God, yeah, you need to scrape your tongue.
Scrape it.
You need a tongue scraper, scrape your tongue, and then mouthwash gargle.
Okay, so my second one I got as well. I have this friend at school, like, I probably was close with her from the age of like, maybe 14 to 16.
Okay.
And then after like 16, 17, 18, I couldn't stand her. And the reason why is she needed to be the best. She needed to be the best at everything, okay? Now, this girl's pretty intelligent, all right? Yeah. So she was really good at, like, things.
Yes.
She was shit at sport, but there was one thing she was really good at, so she labelled herself as really good at sport. So it's like being shit at everything, but she's really good at, I don't know, badminton. Right. So she's like, I'm amazing at sport.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? For this one thing, she was quite good at sport.
Yeah.
But every other sport, she was shit. She did drama. Good at drama.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think she did music. I don't think she was, like, amazing at music, but she did it.
Yeah.
She was great at dance, like... so she dabbled in everything. Great at academia.
Yeah.
But she thought she was the best at everything, and she needed to be. She needed to be.
So if you did better, would she be like...
She'd be fucking... She'd be livid. And usually academic-wise, she was better than me. So I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah. Good on you.
But in, like, drama, if I beat, she'd be livid.
Oh,
she'd be absolutely livid. And I'd be like, take it. And the thing is, okay, so it's such a high school, like, petty thing.
Yeah.
But we were all talking. It's like in, what you call it, Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. Like, who's got the best nose? Who's got the best tits?
Yeah,
like,
that's
and
wild.
we spoke, and we were all in, like, a friendship group, and we were saying, well, who's the most sporty?
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff. And anyway, we said, who's the most academic? And the big snake I am in the grass, I voted for another one of our friends in the group who was academic, but I just wanted to vote for her because I didn't want to vote for the other girl.
Yeah, fair.
And the results came in and we'd all voted for subject B. Subject A was livid. She stormed off.
You're joking?
She stormed off and she called like a meeting with us. Like she put on the group chat. She was like, I actually need to talk to you all. And she was like, you've actually really upset me. The fact you think she's smarter than me, like blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it gave me the ick.
What was she like with boys then?
Oh, she had no boys on the scene. No. I think boys couldn't take that shit. Like, she was the most cocky person I'd ever met. Like, everything about her. And it just gave me the ick. Like, I was like, like, after that. And then sometimes she was so lovely. Like, I'd have really nice chats with her. Yeah. And we'd get on really well. And then I'd be like, oh, no, I can't.
Oh, it's hard as well when you forget about the ick. And then you kind of come back together. You go, no, actually, no, you're all right. And then you go, no. The question in life is,
tell me,
are they an icky person, or do they just do things, nice person, but they just do things that give you the ick? Because I think there are some people that give me the ick easier because I find their personality, like them as a person, very jarring.
Okay.
So they could do one thing and I'm like, oh, now you've done it. Like, because I'm like, do you know what? You're just irritating as a person.
You're irritating as fuck. Do you know what? That is actually so true. It's, are you icky? Or do you, oh no. Are you an icky person? Or do you do icky things?
Yes.
Because it's like, there are icky people. Like, for example, the person that I met yesterday.
Yeah. I
was like, that is an icky person. I was like, if ever I've met one before in my life.
You could literally, that person I never could met say hello to me.
Yeah. Oh, no, get out. I've never met this person before. Katie told me about them and then I met them and I was like, It's like, oh, I get you now. Yeah. But then there are people like, that aren't necessarily an icky person, but they do things that are so icky.
So icky.
And we could name them, like, and you know the exact things I'm talking about. And you're like, examples, like little examples, and you're just like, oh,
why are you
God.
doing that?
Okay, so, and the next thing I want to say, so I think we have to, like, normalize the friendship X, okay?
Yes.
Because I'm like, friendships are great and friendships are strong and stuff, but icks, like annoyances, are natural.
Yes.
I feel like irrational sometimes. I'm like, oh, can it be? But I'm going to give you some celeb examples of like friendship icks that we can say we understand why they got the ick and the friendship broke up from.
Fuck, yeah.
Or if we're like, oh, that was a bit like, that was low-key. Okay. So I'm going to give you some celebrities that got the ick from each other and for what reason.
Okay.
So guys, even celebrities get the ick. So, you know, let's normalize this. Okay. So the first one, potentially the greatest of all time.
Oh, God.
Jordan Woods and Kylie Jenner. Okay. So.
That was juicy.
Obviously, Kylie Jenner got the ick big time.
Yeah.
And, like, for the people out there that are like, what are they on about? Now, Jordan Woods, Kylie Jenner, besties, okay? Besties. Now, Jordan Woods got with Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was Khloe Kardashian's partner at the time. And she was also pregnant with Tristan Thompson's baby.
God.
And Khloe Kardashian is Kylie Jenner's sister.
Yeah.
Jordan Woods, Kylie Jenner's bestie, got with Tristan Thompson while Khloe and Tristan were together and Khloe was with child.
That is terrible.
I'm just like, that is the ultimate ick. I'm like,
why would you do that?
No.
Honestly.
Why would you do that? I'm just like, that, and then, because it goes extreme, it's like, I get the ick, and then it's like, oh. But then it's like, can you break up from it? And do you know what? They haven't. Like, on the recent season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they have got back together and, like, they even spoke about it so openly. And Kylie was like, look, I really didn't miss her. But, like, I had to stand by my sister. Yeah. And I'm just like, that takes a strong person to do that.
Yeah.
But that's an egg.
That was bad.
Yeah, I understand that.
That was bad.
Okay, what have you got for me?
I have Taylor Swift and Katy Perry.
Oh, tell me.
Which I remember this so vividly.
Okay.
They were close. They were friends.
Okay.
Until
Taylor
Swift was on tour.
Yeah.
Her backing dancers of the tour left because Katy Perry poached them for her tour.
Oh no!
Paid them way more money, and that is why Taylor Swift wrote Bad Blood.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood. I know we used to be mad. No way.
They were like all good friends, chummy, until literally she lost all her backing dancers halfway through her tour, and they all went over to Katy Perry.
No. Have they broken up? Like, is this a breakup? Did they ever make up again?
So this is a breakup until literally maybe after the whole Taylor Swift Kanye thing happened, when he did Famous and stuff.
Yeah.
She sent her an olive branch in the post.
Really?
And extended the olive branch.
I'm not being funny, actually. I think I need more than a bloody olive branch.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty fucking snaky.
I would say
Perry.
I would say that's an icky person rather than just doing icky actions.
Yes.
Because I'm like, how could you do that to a friend? Like, that is deranged.
That is deranged.
Like, and especially for like performers like that, they have spent months. Like, and then they're just like
millions of dollars as well.
And they've gone to the dancers like, oh, fuck her, like, come over to me.
Yeah.
I'll pay you way more. Darling. I'd be like, dancers? I'd be so annoyed.
Bad.
Okay, so I've got another one. Kanye got the ick from Jay-Z when Jay-Z skipped Kanye's wedding to Kim.
Ooh.
I'm just like... I feel like that is a bad ick. Like, I would be icked out by that. If you were just like, I'm not coming to your wedding.
But like, why?
But that's the question, why? So I feel that it's more of an icky action than an icky person.
Yeah, because that seems... Yeah, I always thought they were close, Jay-Z and Kanye.
I know.
Probably not anymore.
Well, probably not anymore, no, after the drama. But then I kind of feel, icky person, Kanye West.
Oh,
so he's an icky person. I mean, the way he talks about Kim now, like, and it's foul. And she just, like, talks about him with the utmost respect for her kids and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, icky person.
Mine is Larsa Pippen and Kim Kardashian.
Oh, why did they fall out?
So they were...
Who got the ick?
They were super close. Larsa Pippen... they stopped contact like a few years ago. Okay. Completely. And she said it was after her and Kanye divorced. She just felt caught in the middle and chose Kanye over her.
How could you?
I mean, how could you? Like, he's a proper wackadoos.
How could you do that to Kim?
How, like, truly.
Nah, that's the
Not
ick.
a girl's girl.
No,
that's
an icky person because I'm just like... No, because I'd be livid.
That's an icky person. Imagine fucking you and Arch break up. I'm like,
and you're like,
Kit.
Thanks, Kit. Like, respect you, girl, but I'm off.
Got to go check on Arch.
No, you've got to back the girls.
Back the girls.
And this is probably why you're getting friendship X. Girls, and we'll talk about it later, but there are some girls that back boys over you, and you're just like,
why?
Okay, so I've got another one which is brilliant. And I kind of, we'll get into it. Okay. So Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton.
Oh.
Lindsay Lohan got the ick from Paris Hilton because allegedly Paris Hilton kept going on about who'd been invited to social events and who hadn't been invited to social events. And ultimately, Lindsay Lohan called Paris the see you next Tuesday.
Oh my God. Lindsay.
I know.
Lindsay.
I'm like, I do get that. It would piss me off. It would give me the ick if you sat there like, isn't it so good? And Paris Hilton would be invited to everything. She is Paris Hilton.
She would, yeah.
But if you were just like, Kitty, I'm going to this event, like everyone's going, you're not? You haven't been invited?
Yeah,
I'd be like, you're giving me the ick.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
It's
like when people go, have you not heard? No, I can't. Please. I might get out of the room. You absolutely
do you not
stanky
know?
breath.
Shut up!
No,
I don't know.
And then the other thing that annoys me is when they then refer to other people and you go, Katie hasn't heard this. Oh, tell me! Don't make it a thing that I'm the only like ladybug out.
Oh my God, is that you seriously don't know? Oh my God, guys, like Katie hasn't heard this yet. Tell me then.
Don't make a muggins of me. Just say that's icky. That's icky for me. When people say that, have you not heard? Okay, so we asked the debriefs for some of their own icks that they've got from their friendship.
Some of these were fabulous.
Oh God, I love it. Okay, so the first one, which I so relate to, is my best friend breathes so heavily. And I actually get this because no shade on my sister, but she is a loud breather. She'll literally be sat next to me on the sofa and she'll be like, Puff the Magic Dragon, like, and I'm just like, Lily, like, seriously, like, what? Like, I was like, oh, you want a treadmill or something?
I think I'm a loud breather in my sleep.
Oh, are you?
I sleep like, and sometimes do you ever like, maybe this is like really not relatable, but do you ever sometimes like rush into bed, like you're rushing around, like getting everything done for the next day, and then you get into bed and you're a bit out of breath? So sometimes I'll be rushing around, I'll get into bed and I'll be like, like fucking,
I've never experienced that.
See me fucking salbutamol.
Yeah, you're like with your inhalers.
Honestly.
Oh, I love that. So another one. She always flicks her hair before she speaks, and it's pissing me off.
I just don't.
I just like, it is the definition of like being irrational, isn't it?
I love
it's
that.
It's so irrational. I tell you. Oh no, I'm afraid I can't back you with that one because I feel like I do touch my hair constantly, especially if it's down. I'm always like,
yeah, Kitty's hair's been looking fucking great.
Oh, thanks, guys.
It's been looking really smooth.
Thank you so much.
And it's got long. It's like really long.
It's so long. Do you know why though? It's looking smooth. It's because I never use heat on it, and I curled it a few days ago and now it's looking silky smooth. I always just leave it as it is. Yeah. So when I do put like heat on it, it looks really nice.
I've been using my Dyson recently.
Without giving my it looks so good. Like,
and right now,
best
it's ever.
Best ever.
Honestly great.
Although I love how your Dyson just pulls the hair out.
The Dyson, man.
It's the volume.
It's the sheer fucking feel like a poodle today.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, have you got any icks?
Yes. So the first one, which I feel on a visceral level because I had an extreme friendship ick over this.
Oh shit, go on.
Copying things I do.
Oh,
now,
really?
This is layered.
Okay.
Because, for example, you getting the black Motel Rocks jacket, then me buying it.
Yes.
Not an ick.
Yes. No,
we've got a common ground there. We've got a mutual respect for fashion.
We're just fashionistas. Yeah.
You know,
socialites over here. We can't help ourselves.
There are so many things that you get that I'm like, I'd like one of those.
Oh, you know it.
And I'll get
and when
one.
we're in the public eye, like we
are. You know,
we got
when you're under the spotlight, you gotta
upkeep. Actually, sorry, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but yesterday I met like one of Katie's friends on her course, and I went with her, and they went, oh, "It's the co-host of the Debrief, Kitty Renee." I was like, "It's happening." I was like, "It's happening." I was like, "Katie," I was like, "It's happening."
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, so funny. Anyway, go on.
But. What I'm talking about is no originality.
Oh, okay.
So I had a friend who, no matter for love nor money, anything I did, I would walk 2 steps, she would walk 2 steps. Like, she was on me. What? It was weird in the sense that, like, I got like this reusable water bottle that you could customize, and I customized it all and like everything.
Oh, that's so cute.
She was like, I want one of those, got it, and customized it the exact same way. And I was like, now this may be irrational. I just hated it. I obviously have had singing lessons my whole life. This girl has never sung a lick in her life. Started seeing my singing teacher. Like,
no.
I hold this badge loud and proud, guys. I went through such a YouTube phase. I've still fucking loved it.
Yes.
Guess who then starts
YouTube account. No.
It was wild. I just felt a bit smart because we also didn't live close to each other as well, but she would always find a way to like involve it. Like she might as well join the fucking Girl Guides that I did on a Thursday night.
Oh my god.
Like,
actually, we're going to pull up a new chair on the Debrief. She's here.
She's here, Mary.
Mary's co-hosting.
It was just really wild to me that any decision I made in life, she would also be like, oh, and guess what I'm doing? But then that was the ick.
Oh god.
She'd phrase it as if she done it first. Like she'd, like it was her original thought.
Oh no, that's annoying.
So it was literally like, I literally had singing lessons with fucking Rebecca every week, every single week that she knew about. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, I've been thinking like, I've got this new singing teacher. Do you know Rebecca? Of course I fucking know Rebecca. Of course I know her.
Rebecca and I have known each other for years, actually.
And then it would always be, what do you do in your lessons with Rebecca? Because she tells me I'm really good. And I'm like, girl.
It's the competitive nature.
It didn't feel like, oh, I love that jacket you have. I really fancy it. I'm going to get that.
Yes. It's the slyness about it. That's what I'm like, what are you doing?
It was sly.
Okay, so I've got another one that I'm like, oh my God. Referring to themselves in third person.
Katie doesn't like that.
Oh my God, I actually knew a gal who did that as well, and it annoys me.
Have you seen?
It's like, oh God, Kitty feels so hungry.
Oh.
Like, oh no, why are you doing that? My best friend has the most annoying, obnoxious laugh.
Aww.
I know. But do you know what though? My mother said this to me very early on in life. She said, you have to date someone whose laugh you like. She says, because if you live with that laugh,
that's true.
She was dating this guy for a long time, and I fuck you not, he laughed like like that. And she was like, Kitty, I ran out there on Valentine's Day and left him to dust. I was like, to be fair, I used to know a girl who would like laugh like and I was like, why are you squeaking in my ear? I was like, why are you squeaking?
I think potentially my laugh is quite obnoxious. So I feel like I'm staying silent here because I'm like,
no, actually, I've been told my laugh's obnoxious as well. I always used to get told off at school for laughing too loudly. Always. They'd be like, oh, stop laughing so loud. I was like, I'm having fun.
You have such a cackle. I have my wheeze. I have the wheeze.
Yours is just like, I can't even do it. I'm like, how does that happen?
It's wild.
Oh, this is kind of similar to what you said, but this girl said she always has to match with me, and she has to claim that she's done it first. So that's kind of the same with you. So it's kind of like when you got the Motel Rocks leather jacket, and then I got it, but it's like me going, I got it first.
I got it first, and
I
wear it way better.
It's like
I love it though when we go on a night out and we look like Men in Black.
I know. We both.
And we have the same in the summer as well. We have the same sunglasses.
We have the same sunnies,
the
same boots, and the same jacket. And then we usually both do a slick back as well. And everyone's like, what the fuck? It was like, why are they doing that?
This one was quite specific.
Oh, okay.
Not letting you sit on their bed until you change out of outside clothes.
I find this so interesting. I have seen this all over TikTok.
I don't get it.
I've seen it all over TikTok. I am very clean.
You are.
I love I'm just rogue and clean over here, okay?
Rogue and clean.
Talk about hazing people that like have you boast about themselves, but I love to be clean.
Yeah.
However, I'm not bothered if you were wearing what you're wearing now and sat on my bed. I wouldn't twitch.
No.
If you came from the gym and you were sweaty and sat on I wouldn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
But if you're wearing what you're wearing now, I don't understand how outside clothes can't sit on the bed.
No, yeah, that confuses me.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready now. She's done it. Okay, so the debrief sent us some friendship dilemmas. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read you the first one. Girls, help. I can't stand my best friend. She is pissing me off. So basically, recently I found that my best friend, let's call her Jenny, Jenny from the block. I found Jenny insufferable. We are both 25 and have known each other for 8 years.
Shit.
We see each other 2 times a week, usually, as we live in the same borough in London. Oh, London girlie.
Oh, London girl.
London girl. She is so fucking clingy recently that I had blocked her. Oh! Now that's extreme. She called me out on it, and I made some silly excuse that Instagram was acting up.
Oh,
Classic.
go. Go.
Oh, God.
Poor fucking Jenny.
Jenny's like, hey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm like, do you? She goes, I feel so bad. As anything she's doing is actually annoying me.
Oh, fuck.
Last week was my birthday and she took me to the spa and all I could do was roll my eyes at any comment she said. She even was telling me how nice my pedicure was and I felt like slapping her. Oh, God, it's extreme. She goes, oh, God, help me. I don't know how to stop this feeling. Am I a bad friend or should we just give up? I've got the ick. What do I do?
These feelings are not going to go away.
Oh, God.
They're not going to go away because I've had this.
Yeah.
And once it gets to that point, like when the tolerance, I cannot even spend like an hour with you without wanting to slap you.
Yeah.
You've just got to cut it loose.
And I think as well, if she's giving you compliments and you're like,
fuck you.
It's like Katie being like, your hair looks so nice. And I'm like, oh, eye rolling like, oh, thanks. Like, I think if you've got to that stage, I would advise pulling back seeing her. If you're seeing her 2 times a week, you don't need to do that.
But
realistically, you don't.
I think you need a good...
If you don't work together and you don't live together...
If you don't work together and don't live together...
We'd be fucked if we got the egg. Oh. We would be fucked.
Oh.
We'd be fucked.
I see you all the fucking time.
I see you every day of my life.
I love
it. In the house, in the pod, planning the pod, doing social media with our guests.
Guess who?
I know.
I feel like you just need to be honest, which is hard.
Yeah.
I think maybe just say that you've been feeling really stressed.
Okay.
Work's been really hectic.
Yeah.
And you just need to take a couple weeks to focus on yourself.
Lovely.
This one isn't necessarily about a friend.
Oh, okay.
But it is about an ick.
Oh, okay.
And it seems quite urgent.
Oh.
So
okay, well hit us with it
and
then.
Also, this is just a twisty-turny.
Okay.
It's a twisty-turny.
God, I'm panicking.
So, hi girls, please could I remain anonymous?
Oh, of course.
The guy I'm dating has a belly button fetish.
Oh, God, this took a turn.
I don't kink shame, but I get a funny feeling whenever someone touches inside my belly button. Is it just me? No, girl.
I'm stopping you right now. I'm stopping you. If Katie got her little trotters into my belly button,
no,
fuck off. If I was sat in bed with Archie and he's swirling around my belly button,
no
thanks.
No,
I get you.
It's not just you, girl.
It's not just you.
He said he wants us to finger and lick each other's belly buttons. I don't mind doing it to him and showing him my innie. He has a thing for innies.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, girls, we're not safe.
It's just the touching. Should I try desensitizing it if that's even possible, or is it not to be? I really like him as a person and we get on well. Don't worry if this is something you would not discuss. We would absolutely discuss it.
Do you know what, darling? You hit us with anything at any time. This is why the debrief is here.
I love it.
Well, this is why the debrief is called the debrief, because we debrief about anything. Okay?
Anything.
Okay, so my first thing, we're not into kink shaming. So if that's his thing, that's his thing.
Yeah.
However, sex and everything, kinks, all of that, you have to be consensual.
Yes.
And if you feel that you are not comfortable fingering and licking his belly button, which
don't
do it. And I'm also
girl.
not being funny, like, belly buttons are smelly or like
belly buttons are the most
is he cleaning his?
Well, you would hope
You
so.
Actually, probably might be a bit anal about it if he's got a fetish for them.
Yeah, he might actually have.
So he's got a thing for innies.
Innies.
Oh my God, this is so scary.
I feel like you said, do not try and adapt for his liking.
No.
If you don't want that done to you, do not.
No.
Do not.
No. And also then you're going to feel a bit self-conscious, like getting your belly button out. You'll be like, oh God, are you going to obsess over it? Like you just like start wearing a cover over it, you know?
Like,
I think if you're happy doing it to him, fine. If you're happy,
green light,
just rubbing his little belly button and giving him a good old lick in there, like a cream egg, good on you, okay?
Yeah.
But don't feel pressure.
No.
For him to do it to you, because I'm not being funny. If I was lying on my bed and Archie's like, no, my belly button, I'm like, get off you.
I'm like, what are you doing that for?
I would not be happy with that, okay?
Yeah.
Because each of us have our own boundaries, and personally that would be a big boundary for me if Archie wanted me to do something and I wasn't happy with it, coming from like, actually this will be good from a relationship and someone who's like seeing people but not in a relationship. From in a relationship, yes, you feel more secure saying things, so maybe she wouldn't feel as secure, but would you feel you'd be able to say someone that you were seeing, I don't really want to do that?
Yes.
Okay,
I think I will.
Okay, well, I think just be honest
be honest,
because I would not want to be doing that either.
And also, if he turns around, if your worry is that he's going to turn around and be like, oh well, we're just like going to break up, then let him go.
Well, let him take his belly button and off he trots.
Let him go find someone else, because truly then you'll just be like, right, well, there's a better man coming my way.
And darling, like, don't stress about, don't think, oh God, am I going to be nasty? There's no need to be nasty, or, you know, you can just say it in a way that, you know, say, oh, like I really respect you, and I'm really enjoying where we're going, and you know, I'm finding it really attractive, and I feel we've got a great energy, but I just want to be honest with you. I don't really like it myself. Like, I don't like you doing it to me, but I really enjoy doing it to you. I like to see it gives you pleasure. Great. You can put it in that way. Don't be like, ew.
I'm not fucking doing that.
I'm like, you know, like, what? Good luck, darling.
Yes.
Let us know how that goes. And of course, we'll always keep you anonymous. Okay, so I've got another one. My best friend is giving me the ick, capital letters. Her and I have known each other for 3 years. Oh. Okay. I've recently got a boyfriend about 6 months ago. A group of our friends, including my boyfriend, all went away in January for a New Year's holiday.
Lovely.
My boyfriend didn't know my best friend very well, and neither did she. However, she kept... Oh, God.
Oh, no.
However, she kept on getting really drunk and saying he was like a brother to her. Oh, no. Oh, no. God, that'd really ick me out. She was even lying over him laughing, saying, it's so funny because we are practically like brother and sister. We could even spoon and there would be nothing. Oh, no.
You're joking me.
It's been 2 weeks and I can't get it off my mind. She cringed me out so much that the whole trip that I've avoided her at all cost. I haven't seen her since, but when anyone brings her name up, I'm so icked out. She's cringing me. What should I do?
That is, but I would personally also take that as you fancy my fucking boyfriend. I wonder, that would upset me.
I wonder, darling, if there's a bit of jealousy there.
I think so.
If she's lying over him, giggling, we're practically like brother and sister, we could even spoon. No.
Not on the first. No. Not ever acceptable. But on their first meeting to behave like that.
Oh my God. I want, benefit of the doubt, maybe she's heard lots about him from you, so she's really excited. She's like, oh, I can't wait to meet him, he's going to be great. Then she meets him, she feels really comfortable, great. That's fine. Where she takes it too wrong is lying over him, saying that they could spoon.
That's silly. That's fucking wild.
Really?
Seriously?
Really? Could you spoon?
I don't even, because I'm like...
I don't know about that.
That's really... snaking.
That'd piss me off big time. So the fact you've got the and the fact you're cringing,
I don't blame you.
To be honest, darling, I think you should bring it up with her.
Yeah, I think you should say, listen, I feel like...
Listen, nimble woman. I know you're in a hurry.
But can we please have everything that is on your trolley?
Yeah.
I think you... I think you should be honest and be like, look, I love how much you guys got on. Like, that made me really, really happy to see.
Yeah.
But personally, like, it just seemed you got quite cozy quite quickly. Like, and it just kind of made me feel a bit weird.
Yeah. Just be, it doesn't need to be bitchy. Just be like, I think there were a few things you did that I didn't appreciate.
Yeah.
And then say, for example, lying over him. Then if she's a very tactile person and she's like, oh, why? Just be like, that was the first time you met him.
Yeah.
Then if she's like, oh, but what else? Just say, well, saying that you could spoon with him, considering he's my boyfriend, I find that really disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'd also love to know what your boyfriend thinks. What's he saying about all this?
Yeah. I can't imagine it was the best impression.
No. Can you imagine?
And that probably doesn't help your ick as well. In the sense of like, oh my God, I'd love you to meet my best friend. They behave like that. And you're like,
you'd be so embarrassed. Imagine you lying over Archie's lap. laughing, being like, "You're like my brother. We could practically spoon."
This is what
pushed you off.
This is what I don't. There are some girls, and this is a generalization.
Yeah.
But there are some girls that I've come across in life.
Yeah.
Who will use the whole "we're like brother and sister" to be inappropriate with guys that you're with, or any just male friends in general. They're like, "Oh, it is so platonic." Is it though?
Is it though?
Like, you clearly do fancy them.
Yeah, is it though? Because you're taking it a step too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I really think you should talk to her, because I think that's out of order.
Yeah.
And she could honestly have just been overexcited. Yeah. Trying to nervous. She could have just been like wanting him to really like her so that she can stay in the in your life and all that kind of stuff and make things easy. So let's fingers crossed with that. But I think you should talk to her, because you don't want that happening again. And of course, you're going to all meet up again and have drinks. Yeah. And you don't want her to be like, "Oh, Hannah, can you not drink? Because I don't really want you to touch my boyfriend again." Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think you should chat to her. Yeah. All right, Tani. Tell me, how many do you have this week?
I've got one.
I've got one. You go first, Tani. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Mine is people who lack follow through.
Ooh, tell me.
I feel like this is more of a male ick than a female friendship ick this week. However, I am just a bit tired of men in general who I feel like I'm batting. I'm literally chucking opportunities.
Peach has been brave, okay?
I've been so fucking brave, guys.
In the dating scene, she has been brave, okay?
I've been
and there's a situation at the moment.
There's a situation where there have been multiple opportunities in which this person could have been like, "Let's go grab a drink," and they haven't. There's been opportunities where this person has been like, "I'm going to go do this. Please come with me." And then I've heard nothing about it.
And also, let me make it clear that Katie's made it clear of her intentions. She's not like...
Oh, I've been clear as fucking...
Yeah. She's not like...
the sky.
She's not doing that let's be brother and sister.
No.
She's been like...
I literally was like, I'd love to go for a drink. I think that would be great. I think that would be really lovely. Oh, yeah. Like, I'd actually love that. Let me book that. Nothing. Oh, God. Absolute niche.
Oh, God.
And I'm just like, all the other signals I'm getting is that you're very interested. Except when it comes to actually pushing the fucking golden buzzer.
Yeah.
Push the golden buzzer.
Put me through to the final, all right?
Put me through.
Put me through to the final, let the confetti fall on my face.
Honestly, you haven't had the chance to see me in my finest fucking form yet.
No. And they keep bumping into each other.
Oh.
And this is what I'm like, just crack on.
And it's so, and it's intense.
Yes.
So I'm like, come on. And the onus is on.
And there are so many opportunities.
So many. Literally. So fucking many.
So what are your intentions, okay?
Like, seriously, like...
Come on.
Let's cut the crap.
Let's
that would be the it. Imagine.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Let's cut the bullshit. Let's just cut the bullshit.
Let's not pander anymore, okay?
Yeah.
I know you want me.
Let's not dance around this anymore.
I know you want me. Oh my God, actually, in reference to this, my poor sister, like, she was very upfront with the guy, and she texted him saying, "When are you going to take me out again?" Then he responded like a child,
like a literal
capital
infant.
Letters, "Ha ha ha, you fancy me."
Why?
And she was like, block. She was like, "Oh, like, I got the egg. I got the egg."
In what world?
Like, oh, why are you doing that?
Honestly.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so I experienced this last weekend. When people get drunk and then just sort like, I think I get the ick more when it's like, they're not heartfelt people. Like, they're not very genuine people. Yeah. No, that's maybe unfair. Not genuine, but they're not emotional people.
Yes, yeah.
And they get drunk and all of a sudden, everything's deep. Like, oh my God. Well, I thought... And I experienced this with a friend the other night. We were all sat around having drinks. And then... he's just like making something. So he was talking about, I'm just going to say it. He was talking about how his knee wiggles. You know, the jiggling thing, like when you And he was like, honestly, philosophically questioning why this happens. He was like, you know, maybe it's just like an insecure thing. Like, maybe I just don't, I truly, yes. He was like, maybe, yes, you know who this does, isn't it?
He is
and
the
he's
worst.
He's like, maybe I just truly don't know myself. And I was catching eyes with Archie, and I was trying so hard not to laugh. And I was like, what the fuck?
I will.
And I got the ick, like I had to go through to the kitchen. I was like, oh God, I'm really icking out. I came back and he was still going. And everyone, bearing in mind, Archie was on the back of a sofa asleep. And like the other two people were like drinking and just like giving each other the eyes. And I was like, clock on that people are like
not listening to you. No, we've had experiences with this person before where they will talk for hours about why apples are red. Like, and I'm like, it's gotta seriously.
Be, and like at 4 a.m, it's deep. It's like, oh, it's
no,
so
but
deep.
Seriously.
No, but seriously,
and I'm like,
we should consider.
And then they don't stop talking, so you can't even exit. You can't even do a little French accent. You can't even be like, night.
No, and you can't like, and then if you laugh, he's like, oh, I'm trying to be serious, and you're like, oh God. You're like, oh shit. So I was making eyes at Archie, trying not to laugh so much. I was like,
so funny.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, let's go on to questions. This week, I'm serious.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, how would you address a friendship ick with someone that's close to you? And what would you consider a big enough ick to address and a small enough to let go of?
Small enough, I think, would be little habits that I think, okay, that's just like your little quirks. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hair
like,
flicks or
like a funny laugh wouldn't bother me that much.
Okay.
I think when it comes to maybe how they come across when we're together is where I would probably address.
Okay.
Like if they were rude and did something in another group where I'm bringing that person in.
Okay,
and they were rude or did something out of turn or did something that made everyone else feel uncomfortable, I'd be like, ooh, listen.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I would address. I think it's a horrible thing to have to address, but I think you just need to be like, look, this isn't anything, like this isn't a criticism. This is just that you've done something that I feel like has upset me and kind of came across wrong, whether your intentions were
fair enough,
right or wrong. It didn't come across the best, so
in
I just
the right
thought
way.
I'd let you know, like that's how it translated.
Okay.
Would probably be how I'd broach it.
Okay, good idea.
What about you?
I think I'm similar to you, that I would definitely consider the severity of the situation. So, for example, if we're referencing the stories today, like the belly button thing, the boyfriend thing, I would address both of them. However, the hair flick, not really.
Yes,
like I wouldn't address that. The funny laugh, as you said, no. That's just the person. You've also got to consider how easy is this person to change this, and why do you want them to change?
Yes.
Like, and what's that a reflection of? If I'm saying, Katie, change your laugh, that's going to make you feel highly insecure. And really, who's that benefiting?
Yeah.
But if you're snapping at waiters and being rude, or if you're lying over Archie, and I'm like, please, could you stop that? That is benefiting both Arch and I and people in the group.
Yes.
You know? So I think I completely agree with you. Okay.
Right. My silly question.
Silly.
Would you rather be icked out by a friend every day, little things?
Oh, God, okay.
And you see that this is like you and I.
Oh,
so
God.
I would like ick you out every single day with like a little thing.
Oh, God.
Or once a month, but you are publicly icked out. Like, and it's a big ick. They're a friend for life. You can't cut ties. So, for example, it would me being like every day, something like that, before I ate.
Okay.
Or me like running through the streets screaming once a month.
In front of everyone.
Being like publicly rude or publicly icky.
I am actually going to go with the first one. And it's not because it's a public thing. Like, I'm more than happy to take on confrontation in a public setting. However, if it's a public thing every month that I'm having to address with you, that I'm having to sit down with you being like, you did this and it was so embarrassing. You'd said this and it made me feel shit. It would also completely, you say we can't cut ties, it would completely ruin our friendship because you would feel, God, I can't do anything right. Every single time we go out, every single month you have to sit down. But if you're going to me every time you eat, I'd fucking love it. Yeah. And I do it back like, do you know what I mean? And that may be icky, but like, I'm so with that.
Yeah, love
I'm
that.
So with that. Yes. But like a big thing every month that I have to like go to Archie and bitch like, oh God, I can't stand her.
Yeah.
That would really take a toll. That would take a toll. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I'd go for the first one.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. I can get over that. I can get behind that. Okay, debriefers, we've come to an end. We've come to an end. When DOS become, oh no.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Do you also know that the reason that there's moon in the sky, what did we learn, Katie?
Oh my God.
Come on.
The sun shines on it.
Yeah, it's the shadow.
It's the shadow.
It's the shadow. So what you're seeing of the moon doesn't illuminate. The moon is not like bright. No. It's the shadow from the sun.
Guys. Wild.
Take that away with you for the week, okay? Okay, take that away. Guys, have a lovely week.
Guys.
Remember to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, email us your dilemmas.
Yes.
And we hope you have a fabulous week. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.